You thought comfort would keep you safe, but comfort never tells you the truth. Pain does. Pain arrives like an uninvited guest, shattering your walls, tearing open the silence. And in that destruction, it whispers the words you never wanted to hear, but always needed. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The sky splits with thunder. The rain stings like shards of glass. You want to run, to hide, to wait for calm. But the storm will not let you. It forces you to stay, to feel, to endure. That is how pain teaches. It does not speak softly. It carves lessons into your skin, etches truths into your bones. You do not forget its voice, because it is written in every scar you carry. Comfort soothes, but leaves you unchanged. Pain burns, but transforms. The fire you curse is the fire that forges. Without its flames, the sword remains dull. The seed never cracks. The soul never awakens. You know this already. Think back to the moment you thought you could not go on, the heartbreak that broke your breath, the loss that emptied your chest. And yet, you are still here. That survival is proof. Pain remade you. Pain strips away illusions. It peels off masks. It silences the lies you told yourself. It leaves only what is real, raw, and undeniable. And in that honesty, though it hurts, you finally begin to see. You see who you are without your shields. You see the strength hidden beneath the fractures. You see that survival is not weakness, it is sacred knowledge, carved by fire into your soul. Every scar tells a story, not of ruin, but of resilience. The skin remembers the cut, but the cut also remembers the healing. What remains is not the wound, it is the wisdom. Look closer at the times when life felt unbearable. Did they not also become the moments that shaped you most? The shadows you feared are the very shadows that taught you how to walk toward light. Pain does not ask permission. It does not wait until you are ready. It arrives when it must, tearing apart the ground beneath you, only to reveal the roots you never knew were there. And here lies the paradox. Pain feels like death, but it is birth. It feels like ending, but it is beginning. It feels like breaking, but it is becoming. So when you stand in the ruins of what was, trembling and afraid, remember this: you are not destroyed, you are being remade. The ashes are not the end, they are the soil where resilience begins to bloom. You may not see it yet. The lesson is quiet, hidden beneath the ache. But one day you will look back and realize pain was not your enemy, it was your teacher. Pain is not polite, it does not knock, it breaks in, it does not whisper, it roars. And though you curse its timing, it comes with purpose. It has something to show you that comfort never will. Think of fire. It consumes everything, leaving only ash. But from that ash, new life grows, stronger, deeper, wiser. So too with your soul. Pain burns away illusions, leaving only what is indestructible. Comfort tells you stay as you are. Pain demands become more. Comfort keeps you safe. Pain pushes you into risk, into growth, into transformation. One lulls you asleep, the other wakes you. You may wish for a life without scars, but what kind of life would that be? Smooth, untouched, but hollow. Without struggle, there is no depth. Without wounds, no wisdom. Every scar you carry is proof you faced the storm, proof you stood when you wanted to fall, proof you kept walking when every step hurt. They are not marks of weakness. They are medals of survival. Pain teaches courage. It forces you to stand in darkness, to face what terrifies you, to walk through nights that felt endless. And when you emerge, trembling but alive, you know fear no longer owns you. Think of the sword. It is shaped only by flame and hammer. Without the fire, it remains fragile. Without the blows, it remains unformed. You are the same. Pain is your forge. Comfort cannot build resilience. It can only preserve what is. Pain is the sculptor of who you are becoming. Every strike against you, though cruel, carves out the strength hidden inside. There is a strange honesty in suffering. It reveals what you value most. It shows who truly stands beside you. It strips away the noise, leaving only truth. Pain does not lie. Healing is not the absence of pain. It is its transformation. It is learning to carry the scar without shame. To see the wound not as ruin, but as the place where resilience was born. And yet, you will have nights when the scar aches, when memories knock, asking to be remembered. But this is not weakness. It is the echo of the lesson reminding you survived. Pain never leaves you empty-handed. It always leaves something behind. A new strength, a deeper compassion, a clearer vision. The fire burns, but it also forges. The storm destroys, but it also shapes. This is why your hardest moments are also your most transformative. Because what hurt you most also built you most. Pain became the doorway. And once you walked through it, you were never the same. One day, you will look back at your deepest wounds and see them differently. What once felt like punishment will appear as preparation. What once looked like ruin will reveal itself as rebirth. The nights you thought would never end became the reason you now cherish the dawn. The storms that nearly broke you became the rivers that taught you how to swim. Pain did not bury you, it planted you. Look at your scars again. They no longer bleed. They no longer define you by pain. They define you by endurance. They are bridges between who you were and who you are becoming. Pain taught you empathy, because once you have suffered, you can recognize suffering in others. You can hear the silence behind their words, see the weight behind their smiles, feel the ache behind their laughter. This is the hidden gift. Your scars are not only for you, they become lanterns. They light the path for those still walking in the dark. Your story becomes their survival guide. Comfort never gave you this. Comfort hid your truth. Pain revealed it. And though the revelation was harsh, it was also holy. It carved wisdom into you that nothing else could. So the question is not, why did you suffer? The real question is, what did suffering give you? What strength rose from the ashes? What truth did the fire whisper that you now carry forever? You are not less because of what you lost. You are more because of what you endured. Every scar is proof. Every wound is wisdom. Every breaking was also a becoming. And if you listen closely, your scars are still speaking. They say, you are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, wiser than you were before. Pain was your teacher, and you are its living lesson. So I ask you now, what has your pain taught you? What hidden strength have your scars revealed? Your answer matters, because it may be the verse someone else needs to keep walking. Share it, pass it forward, because the poem of your survival is not meant to stay silent. It was written to echo, to inspire, to awaken others to their own hidden strength. This is not where your story ends. Pain never writes the last chapter. It only begins it. The scars are not the closing lines. They are the opening of a new book. And if you wish to continue, follow me into the next reflection. From wounds to wisdom, how pain becomes light. Because what once hurt you most may one day be the very thing that heals others.